Hello. Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to a new video. Ki hal chal? I hope you guys are doing good. In this, we're going to see problem maximum sum of distinct subarrays with length k. If you haven't tried yet, I'll highly recommend go and try it. It is same as that we have been doing since last 3-4 days. Now, this problem simply says that we are given an integer array nums and an integer k. As you can see, nums and a k. Now, we have to find the maximum subarray sum of all the subarrays of nums that meet the following condition. What is the condition like? The first condition is the length of the subarray is k, which means I have to maintain a fixed length of k. For in this entire array, I will have to maintain a fixed length of k, and that k length should be a subarray length. So this is one subarray of length k, this is next, this is next, this is next, and so on and so forth. So obviously with this fact, we have got a very basic thing that we are maintaining a window of a size k. So obviously maybe we can apply sliding window approach, but let's see. Next thing it says is that all the elements of the subarray are distinct. Now, to know that in a range things are distinct or not, we obviously can use a hash set or a hash map to know if the, again, whenever we are referring distinct or count, we always should think of either a hash set. Again, hash set is unordered set, hash map is a simple unordered map. Now we have to return the maximum subarray sum, so obviously we have to maintain a variable which is called as current sum, and as we slide the window we will simply get the maximum sum and keep a track of the maximum sum so far. Now I would have gone to a brute force approach which would have simply mentioned that take every index and take the subarray of size k and keep on repeating it. So that will be O of n into k as a complexity. But obviously by the constraints this will not work. So we saw that we got two very basic hints, or I should say one very major hint, which is the sliding window hint, and then in that I have to maintain the frequency so as to know the if I have k distinct elements or not. So I will maintain a hash map. Again, you can use a hash set also. I'll use a hash map to maintain the frequency, and as I slide my window, which I usually do in a hash, which I usually do in my sliding window approach, I will simply take this element, or I should say add this incoming element in my window and remove this outgoing element from my window. So let's see how it will look like. I will simply take my nums, my k is given, and this is my entire nums array. For the very first window up till the index I equals to k minus 1, as you can see k is 3, I equal to k minus 1, I will have to keep on going and take all the elements because that will be my first window. There is no removal of any element when I'm taking the first window itself. So when I take the first window, I will firstly take the current sum, which means I will keep on adding the sum 1 plus 5 plus 4. Answer is 10. But also I need to maintain the distinctness. To maintain that, I use a hash map in which for 1 the frequency is 1, for 5 the frequency is 1, for 4 the frequency is 1. Now why I took this as a frequency is because I will know if the hash map size is k, which is 3 in this case, which means every element has a frequency of 1, which ultimately also mean that I have k distinct elements inside my hash map in the current window. So, okay, if the hash map size satisfies the value of k, then I will maximize my answer. So maximum sum will actually become 10 in this case. Now, obviously go ahead to the next window. Now, either you can do this step, which I'm going to tell you now, in the next window or also in the current window. Now, considering you have maximized your answer, as you're about to go to the next window, which means obviously you will get rid of this specific index. What is this index? This index is nothing but I. This index is nothing but I minus k plus 1. As you can see, if I am at I equal to 2 minus 3 plus 1 is nothing but 0. So I'll get rid of this. Again, this is after I maximize my answer. I will get rid of this. So I'll simply get rid of current sum minus is equals to nums of I minus k plus 1. And then when I would be going on to my next window, which means next index, I have already get rid of this. I just have to include this thing. Now when I say include this thing, I will simply add in the current sum, which is already excluded of this value. I'll simply exclude it, and then I'll simply add my nums of 5. and then I get the current sum, current new sum, which is this value. But this is only I did it inside my window, but for the current sum. I should do the same thing for my hash map, which means remove this from my hash map, decrease its frequency by 1. If the frequency becomes 0, simply remove it from the hash map, include it in my hash map, increase its frequency by 1. Again check the size. If the size is equals to 3, which means it is good to include in the maximum sum. So I'll maximize my answer. Maximum sum will now become 11. Repeat the same stuff, go on to the next index, but again before that remove this specific element, which is a 5, which is nums of I minus k plus 1. I'll simply remove it. So my current sum, I'll simply remove a value of 5, and then here I will add a value of 9. Get the value, again modify your hash map accordingly, which means remove a 5. You can see I decrease the frequency, saw the frequency became 0, and then simply removed it, and then add a frequency of 9 to 1, and then again simply keep on repeating this. As you can see, again I'll do the same stuff. I is here, this will current sum, this will be my hash map, but again as I removed 4, 4 is gone, but frequency of 9 has become 2. Hash map size is 2, not 3, which ultimately indicates that I don't have k distinct elements in my current window. So I will not maximize my answer. Same way as I slid my window down, again the hash map size is not equal to 3, which means that the current sum will not be used to maximize my answer, and thus it will not have an impact. Now the code is pretty simple, exactly what we saw as a dry run. Firstly, I take a hash map, then I took a max sum and the current sum. So then I iterated on all the elements of my array. For the initial elements, when I say initial elements, for the elements for these initial elements, I will simply keep on adding it. I will never do any removal process. So for the initial elements, I simply keep on adding their corresponding values and simply keep on updating my map. Again, this line simply says map of nums of I plus is equals to, again just increasing the frequency by 1, just increasing the frequency of by 1. So just simply get this value, get its default value, or put it 0 if it is not there, and simply increase it by 1, simply increasing the frequency of nums of I by 1. That's it. This is what the line is doing. Again, this is Java making it way too bigger. I don't know why, but yeah, this is the case. Now as I told you that as you have reached the first element which is impactful, which means if you have reached the index of I equal to k minus 1, now this is your first window from where the impact will be started. So simply do one thing, that firstly check if your map size is equal to k, then maximize your answer. And also you know that okay, you have maximized your answer. Now your next task will be to slide the window down. To slide the window, make sure to remove the impact of nums of I minus k plus 1. So I'll do the exact same stuff. I will decrease the impact of nums of I minus k plus 1. Also make sure to decrease in the to decrease the frequency inside my hash map. So in my hash map, at the place of nums of I minus k plus 1, I will simply decrease its frequency by 1, right? And if the frequency has become 0 of that specific nums of I minus k plus 1, make sure to remove that key from the hash map, because I am ultimately, as you can see, I am ultimately comparing the map dot size. So in my hash map, any key whose frequency is 0, it should not be even there, because I ultimately am comparing size. So for me, the hash map size matters, and size will determine number of keys having non-zero as frequency, and ultimately thus I can simply get my corresponding maximum sum as the answer. As you can see, I simply iterated on every element exactly once. So time is O of n, and I'm using a hash map in this entire approach to maintain the frequency. In worst case, I can have k distinct elements, thus the space is also O of n. And this is your space and time complexity. I hope you guys got it. See you, goodbye, take care. Do follow us on Twitter. Again, we're very active, very active. And yeah, obviously you can follow Discord, Telegram, and LinkedIn. Bye bye, take care.